What's something you're excited about as we think about kind of what Urbana 25 is going to present? What's something that's really on your heart that gets you excited?
Yeah, I mean, just really candidly right now, when I talk to college students, and I've been just actually with the end of the year, I've been just zooming in to a lot of large groups, end of the year camps and conferences, and sharing about Urbana with students. And I'm noticing a couple things that are resonating with them that are getting me really excited. One is these students are so plugged in to what's happening in the world, for better and for worse. And but when I share about Urbana is our desire is like, you see the headlines, you know what's happening in the world, but at a place like Urbana, what would it look like to experience what's happening on the front lines of the world, but not just from the headlines, not just from clickbait articles, but from the church, from the global church all over the world, to tell you the good, bad, and ugly, but really how God is at work. And this idea that for a lot of students, particularly in our ministries, when you serve on campus in ministry, one of the things that happens is when you first go to college, whether it's a Christian college or a secular college, you're like this big college, overwhelming. But then you realize God's at work all around you. And it changes, when you realize God's at work around you, it changes your perspective. Your anxiety goes down. And instead of feeling the pressure, you're like, oh, how can I join into what God's doing on my campus, in my neighborhood, among my friend group, in my non-Christian friends? And so a lot of these students, they've experienced that in a micro way on their campuses, where they're seeing God work in their roommates or in their professors. And so then when I talk about Urbana, is like, what if you had that experience for the whole world? How would that change your anxiety level as you think about the world? It doesn't hide the brokenness, but when you see God at work all over the world, it changes your view. And I was just speaking to a group where I could see I was on Zoom, but I could see their like ears perk up. I could see them tapping each other because I think they're experiencing this on campus. And I think there's a holy longing for them to experience this in the world.